Hello, everyone, and welcome to this pick a card reading. Well, we're going to do a pick a deck reading, pick a Moonology deck. And it's going to be looking into what do you most need to know right now? What do you most need to hear right now? Messages from spirit, from your spirit guides. Yeah, I feel really cool to do this reading, and I really like these two different Moonology decks. They kind of look similar on the surface, but they're super different energies. So we have this more darker Moonology deck, which I feel like is the feminine energy tonight. And then we have this lighter one, which is the manifestation Moonology oracle deck. So yeah, whichever one you feel most drawn to, you can listen to both if you want to. And then I'll list the timestamps down below, and then I'll see you for your reading. Hello, group one, and welcome to your reading. So you chose the Moonology oracle cards. And yeah, let's get into your reading. I'm going to pull you some cards to begin with. We have the energy is gaining momentum. Oh, what do you need to know at this time? Conclusions are within reach and the energy is gaining momentum. Very clear messages, okay? We have a new romantic cycle begins. We have emotions are running high, supermoon. This one's a really nice card. This is like a really lucky card, really favorable card. Also talks about things being really, really, really successful, kind of beyond your wildest dreams, kind of successful. Okay, so let's just get a few more. So we have adjustments are required. Well, very interesting. We have work through your fears. Yeah. Work through your fears because a new start is coming. Okay, we're going to do the astro dice as well. We have the sun in the 8th house in Gemini. Wow, this is like a rebirth transformation. So this is rebirth energy. This is the energy of a quantum leap of change happening in your life. I don't think you realize how good things are about to get. And I feel like this is such a positive message. I'm so excited to deliver this to you. All right, so I feel like you've been working on yourself, you've been working on healing, and this energy has been gaining momentum. I feel like there might be a sense that you feel like things that you're doing aren't making enough of a difference, or there may be a fear that it's not making enough of a difference. But Spirit is actually saying that you are very successful. Whatever you've been working at, whatever you've been working on, your goals, you are very successful. And I feel like this success is kind of going to hit you out of nowhere a little bit. I feel like you almost don't see your success coming. It's almost going to come in like a mystery and be revealed to you. And the thing is that Spirit's saying that the energy may feel unfamiliar to you. It may feel unfamiliar, just a bit strange. And this may cause actually a fear response. Like I'm seeing things in your life getting better and your energy and almost like a feeling of it being so unfamiliar and foreign that you almost have to like adjust to it. You know, adjustments are required. You're going to have to adjust to a new level of success. How good is that? That's so good. But that is the message because you're not going to be used to it and it's going to feel different and it's almost going to bring out a different side of you. Okay, it's going to bring out a different side of you. I feel like you're almost going to feel a little bit suspicious of this success at first. You're going to feel like, can I really trust this? Can I really let this in? Spirit's saying work on your trust and your receptivity to abundance, to life. Because I feel that there's so many blessings, like this energy here with the supermoon, this is talking about really big blessings, really big sort of things happening and coming into your life. With the Libra card here as well, this is karmic. This is something that you really have earned. For some of you, the way that this success comes into your life as well might be kind of shocking or surprising. Like it might happen all at once. This is the kind of thing of like suddenly winning the lottery and then almost feeling a little bit overwhelmed. Because all of a sudden you're like, wait, I have to adjust to this new reality where now I will have all this money and I have all these different options and what am I going to do with it and which decision do I make? And like maybe going through this like little adjustment period where you kind of have, you know, a mental breakdown a little bit. Okay, this is the energy that I'm feeling. Okay, this is just what this is just what I'm picking up, but that's what I'm getting. So there's something here where you're about to reach a new level of success quite quickly, or in some kind of a way that's like, yeah, you're kind of, it happens all of a sudden, or catches you by surprise. And it really brings in new energy. We've got 2 new starts here. very new energy coming into your life, and it will be something to adjust to. It will all of a sudden be like, oh, all of a sudden my old life has concluded and my new life is well and truly here. Yeah. And so Spirit's saying be conscious that sometimes you may get anxiety when actually things are going really well for you. Spirit's saying that be aware that when the success comes in, there may be an adjustment period, and you just need to be conscious that sometimes anxiety can actually be because you're doing really well, because you are busting through limitations, limiting beliefs, and you're living out a new version of reality. You're living out a new timeline, and it's going against maybe what your limiting beliefs told you was possible. Like, that's what I'm kind of feeling, is that you're kind of moving up a level, you're busting through some kind of limitation. And when you do that, it's going to feel amazing. And it's also going to feel like, whoa, whoa, and a little adjustment. It's just like a little wave of an adjustment. And then you're good to go and you're loving it. And this new cycle suits you so much better than the old one. That's the thing. This new cycle is such a gift, and things in your life are just going to be so much better and so much bigger, I'm hearing as well. Like this new start, this new energy, this new beginning that you have is all about success. It's all about dreams coming true. It's all about things finally happening for you. It's like the wheel of fortune turning in your favor. Victory and success is yours. And the funny thing is that the adjustments is all going to be to good things. The adjustments that are required is to the goodness in your life, is to things actually working for you, things flowing for you. Wow. So there is something really interesting here about working through your fears in terms of, I feel like this energy I'm picking up is there may be there may be some subconscious fears of success here in this group. There may be a sense of, I'm just feeling like some subconscious fear of success where there may be a holding of the self back, or a sense of like, is it safe for me to shine this brightly? Is it safe for me to stand out this way, to leave others behind? Because I'm seeing there's something here where this new beginning is going to set you apart from your social circle, from your peers, or from your family, or from your ancestry. There's something about this new beginning where it's going to elevate you, and it's going to shift some kind of energy for you socially. And there may be some subconscious ways in which you were holding on, and spirit may have been guiding you in the past, well, it could be however long. Spirit has been guiding you, I feel like, to let go of relationships that are not in alignment or that are disharmonious, in discordant in some energy in some way. And I feel like you've been really letting go. You've been doing a lot of shedding, a lot of letting go, you've been doing a lot of adjustments. And I feel like some of you actually aren't really recognizing yourself enough for how much work you're actually doing. I feel like you can be really hard on yourself, and you're actually doing really well. You're actually doing a lot for yourself. You've made a lot of adjustments. You've made a lot of different adjustments in your life to become more and more in alignment. You've done a lot to align with this timeline. And the funny thing is that all of a sudden you've been focused so much on the alignment of like, okay, I want to align with this timeline. I want to manifest this outcome. I want to manifest this dream. And then all of a sudden dreams manifest, and it's like, whoa, hold on. And you have to like adjust to it for a second. Yeah. But it's going to be a time where you're in love with life with this card, like a cycle in your life where you feel like you're in love. You feel like you're in love. For some of you, this might be about finding love. This could easily, for some of you, be about finding love, but this is a general reading. So karmically, I feel like you're getting some kind of a gift. You're getting some kind of a dream come true. This is something that you really hold within you, like within your heart, that you really want. And this is coming in, yeah, to bless you. It's coming in to bless you, and it's going to be shifting things. You're going to be moving up a level. You're going to be like having to shift gears, and you definitely are adjusting to a new life. I feel like in this new life, there is something where you are way less anxious, or you're way less afraid, or you have a lot less fear that's holding you back or limiting you in the mind, in the mental kind of realm. Yeah, it seems like there's something here in the healing work that you've been doing. I feel like you're shedding an old skin here, and sort of like a snake, like you're shedding a layer of the old and you're moving into a really nice, fresh, new, shiny form. And it feels like there's something about you've worked through your fears enough to receive this. Yeah, that's right. I was talking about fear of success earlier. And I'm actually now getting the clarifying message that you've actually worked through enough of your fear of success, subconscious fear of success, which is the same thing as subconscious self-sabotage or subconsciously holding yourself back, subconsciously dimming your light to try to fit in, to try to not stand out, to try to not make other people jealous or uncomfortable around you, to try to not make other people feel bad that you have more than them or that you're more successful than them. These kinds of things, subconsciously, it's playing out a lot of the time within, social dynamics within people. So I feel like there's been something where you've been guided over time to cut cords with relationships that were toxic, with relationships that were subconsciously holding you back and keeping you small and keeping you limited and keeping you censoring yourself or cutting yourself off from your true authentic expression. And you've had to end, you've had to kind of close the door on maybe a lot of different aspects of your life, or you are closing the door on a massive chapter in your life. You're closing the door on a chapter at the same time as you are opening the door on a new beginning. Like, I feel like this simultaneous one foot in one world, one foot in another, one foot in the old, one foot in the new. So there's been this transitional energy that's been happening. And I feel like there's going to be almost like this shock where all of a sudden you're in the new and you're like, wait, what? All of a sudden it's here. And it's almost like, yeah, it's almost a shock in the best kind of way. So this new beginning is definitely a manifestation of something that you have already been working on, okay? It's something that you've been working towards. It's a dream, it's a goal, it's a passion project. It's something that you've already been working on. I feel like maybe you've not only been working on this, but you may have even been fighting for this. You've been fighting for this outcome, or you've been fighting for this manifestation. You've been fighting against maybe like negative mental chatter that tells you that this can't happen. Actually, that's something Spirit wants to highlight at this time, is like recognize that there may be mental chatter in the mind that's like talking and saying, oh, what if this doesn't happen? Or what if there's something like this? Spirit showing me there may be some mental chatter in the mind. Like, I'm seeing the Seven of Swords tarot card, right? Which is sort of one way of interpreting this card is kind of chatter in the mind when we talk to ourselves in our mind, and it being really negative, or it's sort of telling us lies like that we're not good enough, or that we're not capable of something, that we can't overcome something, that we can't have a good outcome in something. So Spirit saying be aware of that at this time. Just be aware of any kind of mental chatter that might be speaking out your fears in your head, saying this thing isn't going to happen, or you're not good enough, or whatever, that kind of negative tone. Because really that's just a part in you that's needing soothing. That's just a part in you that needs some love sent there. Just like if you identify that, just be like, okay, I see that you're like afraid, you're in fear right now. Send that part of you love. Recognize that that's a need, but also recognize that you don't have to live by that. That's not necessarily the truth. And I feel like you actually have this really deep intuition and this really deep knowing and this really deep positive sense of purpose that is really the truth of who you are. And these fears are not as strong as that. I think that's something that you're realizing at this time, is that your fears are actually not as big as you thought they were. I feel like you're having this moment, or you're about to, if you haven't already, get ready for it. You're having this moment where you're realizing that your fears are not what you thought they were. Your fears are just not that big. Your fears are just not that scary anymore. Your fears are just not actually an obstacle. And all of a sudden they just dissolve. I'm seeing this. It's really a beautiful experience where in the past, these fears felt like the most hugest insurmountable obstacle that you could not get past. And now all of a sudden, it's not there anymore. You might search for the fear and you can't feel it. You can't find it. It's not there. It doesn't elicit that fear response anymore. Wow, you're having some huge turnaround to do with something that you were once afraid of. This is amazing progress. This is going to make you feel so much more free, I'm feeling, and also so much more authentic. I'm also seeing something to do with communication happening in your energy field at this time. I'm seeing your throat chakra is going through a huge energetic upgrade, okay? Personally, I've been going through this for the past week or so, maybe 2 weeks. But yeah, I'm seeing you may have that echoed in your own experience this past week or two. Or it may be something that may be coming up for you, but I'm seeing there is some kind of energy that's being worked on within your throat chakra. This is to do with your communication. This is to do with your communication in every sort of way, even your spiritual communication, your spiritual channel, like your ability to channel spiritual information, spiritual knowledge. I feel like that's improving, that's moving up a level. psychic abilities I'm seeing as well are highlighted at this time, and I'm seeing Spirit wants you to know that you can actually expect your psychic abilities to improve. Whichever existing psychic abilities that you personally possess, I'm seeing an improvement occurring just generally overall within them. And for some of you, there may be new gifts coming online and sparking online for you at this time as well, which is going to feel amazing. And I'm almost seeing that your gifts are almost getting better in in direct relation to like the release of fears. It's almost like releasing the fears has made space for more of your intuition to come online. That's really interesting. I feel like there's something about this new beginning that is also to do with stability. It may also be about you in your jobs. If your job involves communication or your voice or your destiny path, I mean, all forms of creation is a form of a voice or a form of communication, really. So I'm just seeing something to do with your job or your career becoming more stable. I'm seeing definitely part of this new beginning is financial stability. There just seems to be something here about, yeah, really, really nice kind of the energy is turning in your favor, like the Wheel of Fortune, the energy is finally turning in your favor. And you having a really nice, stable, grounded experience financially. I'm seeing that being really, really important. I'm seeing sort of really moving up a level financially. Some of you might also be able to buy your own home, or they might be in the process of doing something to do with purchasing a home. I'm seeing that's more available to you than you might realize as well, if that's something that you are dreaming about. I'm seeing something about buying your own home, and that this is actually going to be really, really good for you energetically, to have sort of a place that is really grounded, that is yours, and that you can kind of build on or build from, or build a garden, build something up. I'm seeing something about putting your roots down, putting in your roots. I'm seeing a really grounded energy here in this new beginning. I'm seeing a new home for a lot of you in this new beginning, and definitely a new financial situation and experience of the world, a very stable financial situation. A lot of you could be reaching way, way, way higher levels of success, because I'm seeing a lot of, yeah, really, really positive like inflow of abundance here, and enough for some of you to go buy your own home, for example. That's sort of the energy that I'm feeling. It feels very, very nice. And it's going to be, yeah, like a lot to adjust to, because I feel like you might be used to maybe instability financially, or instability in some area of life. I'm seeing something that has been unstable is moving into being stable and being grounded. So this throat chakra energy is really interesting, and I definitely would recommend that you work with it in whatever way works for you. Like, I've been doing a lot of journaling, a lot of writing things down. I find that's really helpful. You might be having a lot of ideas come to you, a lot of downloads. There might be very specific, like psychic downloads as well. I'm seeing for a lot of you, you might be getting very clear kind of revelations about who you are, or something that has been holding you back, like maybe a blind spot where you didn't see that you were maybe being held back in some way. I'm seeing that in your energy field as well, coming through with this throat chakra upgrade. It's like almost a clearing of blind spots, and you seeing kind of it being revealed to you exactly where you are in the path, and exactly sort of where you're going. I'm seeing something about that. Yeah, Spirit's saying that you're going to realize that you're further along in your path than you actually knew or recognized. I think that's going to feel really good. But yeah, this new cycle just feels very, very positive. It's like a positive blessing cycle where you get positive karma. You know, you get rewarded for the energy, the momentum that you've already created energetically with the choices that you've been making every day, day in, day out. It's very, very positive. So yeah, you have a huge amount to look forward to. If you would like to as well, I would recommend working with one of my light language tapes, which is called Activate Your Voice. It's a throat chakra, light language healing and clearing and activation. And it's really powerful for working with throat chakra energies, especially if you're having any blocks happening within the throat chakra as they're kind of, coming through. Things are clearing. Yeah, you might want to check it out. I've been working with it myself lately. If you already have the Activate Your Voice throat chakra clearing, I definitely recommend working with it. If you chose this group, it would be perfect for you at this time. All right, that is the end of your reading. I'm sending you all so much love and light. Take care. Hello, group 2, and welcome to your reading. So you chose the Moonology Manifestation Oracle cards, and I'm feeling like what Spirit wants you to know is that you're on the verge or the cusp of some kind of success within your career. I'm seeing some kind of success, like it's blooming, it's blossoming in your life. So let's get these astro dice for you before we get started. we have the sun in the third house in Capricorn. Yeah, there's that achievement in career. Wow, there it is. Yeah, I'm seeing some kind of recognition, financial recognition as well, financial reward, financial upgrades, promotions. You're going to be promoted. You're getting paid more for a role that you do in the world. This is very much about achievement, though, as well. Maybe achieving a long-standing career goal. Spirit saying keep working towards your goals, keep on defending your goals and like sort of facing whatever you need to face to kind of overcome anything that may be blocking you at this time because you're so close. Like Spirit saying now is definitely not the time to rest or to give up or anything like that. Now is the time to move forwards. And just to know that there is like a huge amount of achievement here available for you. For some of you, this is actually about some kind of fame, like actually being kind of known or famous or viral or something like this. All right, so let's pull you some cards and see what does Spirit want you to know. Speak your world into being. Yeah, you are manifesting, okay? You have been manifesting. We have the throat chakra here as well. We have unleash your kinder self. And we have release control. So we have Gemini, Capricorn, Taurus energies. Okay. Release control. Wow. So there's an element of this manifestation that is going to be outside of your control. We have open up to change. I feel like Spirit might actually surprise you in the way in which something manifests here or the way in which you overcome some kind of a block. Maybe that's what it is. I feel like you're going to overcome some kind of an obstacle because I'm feeling an energy where you've been fighting and you've been working hard. And I'm seeing that you're going to overcome an obstacle and all of a sudden you're going to realize like, oh, this thing, it's almost going to surprise you the way that this obstacle isn't there anymore. It's just all of a sudden not there. So there's some kind of a block that's being released. And this is really helping you with some kind of manifestation. I feel like Spirit saying release control with Taurus because you are supported. You are financially held and supported by the universe. Let's see. Whoa, no way. We have release your blocks. That's right. Like you are releasing your blocks to do with something. We have take inspired action here as well. Let me just see how I can fit this card in. So we have take inspired action and we have embrace the flow of life. So I feel like you have absolutely been taking inspired action. I don't doubt that for a minute. I think you've been working hard. I think you have been working hard and you've been battling obstacles. That's the thing. You've had some kind of blocks coming in your way. There may have been blocks to productivity or to finances in some way. Something to do with your work, your career. I feel like this is what Spirit really wants to talk about is your career, your job, your finances, your work. But more than that as well, because it's also with the sun, that's like your meaning and your purpose in life, like your value, meaning, and purpose. You know, it's the energy, the passion, the vitality that makes you want to like wake up in the morning. So I feel like this is your career merging with your passion. This is your career merging with your dreams, with what you've wanted always to do. For some of you who may not feel like you're already in alignment with your dreams in terms of career, I feel like this could be a timeline shift. Spirit wants to tell you that you just shift into an achievement where you land a role or a contract or something aligns where you are suddenly working your dream job. You're suddenly doing what it is you want to be doing every day. I'm also seeing a passion project that is able to merge into your full-time employment or your full-time income. There's something here about passion, the passion that you have towards a project or towards your career, towards your dreams. That is part of why you are successful and why you are going to be very successful in this lifetime. I feel like with this Capricorn energy, you have a lot of goals and dreams and aspirations. I feel like you have ambition. That's the word. I feel like you have ambition and you have goals and you set your sights high and you want to achieve high and you want to be a high achiever, you know? And Spirit's saying this is good. This is actually who you are. This is just how you're designed. You know, we can't really change a huge amount of who we innately are because we chose to experience who we innately are for a reason. Do you know what I mean? And it comes with the duality of, you know, both good and more challenging sides. But I feel like this drive and this tenacity is really, really a good thing. Like, this is amazing. This is part of what you need. This is one of the aspects of success. But there is messages here on this, you know, on this card spread around being open to change, embrace the flow of life, release control, unleash your kinder self, release your blocks. Like, I feel like there might be a little bit of a message here around needing to also balance out that want for control, that need to like feel like you're in control of your life, with also equally kind of being okay with surrendering to a higher plan, a higher power, a higher purpose, and a higher path. Because I feel like you are very deeply spiritual, and spirit's kind of taking you on a narrow pathway in this lifetime towards your success. I feel like you're not just going to be successful doing anything. I feel like you're supposed to be successful doing specific things. Like, you have a specific role, a specific thing. And some of you already know what this is. And you're like, yeah, I already definitely know what my, career is, or what my role here is, how I'm meant to shine and, deliver my gifts and be of service, whatever it is for you. Your purpose, your passion, your reason for being. I feel like spirit is guiding you on this really narrow pathway towards your destiny. Well, not towards your destiny, you're already living your destiny, but towards some kind of spirit. It seems like spirit is like, there's a narrow pathway. That's what spirit wants you to know, because sometimes you might feel like you're being blocked, or you hit a dead end or something like this, but really you're just being redirected and put back into alignment. You have a really interesting mission. Group 2, I feel like you're meant to be extremely successful in this lifetime with this Capricorn energy, and you might put a lot of pressure on yourself, okay? You might put a lot of pressure on yourself around this because you know what your potential is. And even if you might doubt sometimes, like, you actually psychically know at a deep level subconsciously that you are going to be very, very successful in this lifetime, which is going to look like different things to different ones of you. But some of you, I'm seeing fame as well. Some of you know you're meant to be famous in this lifetime, or have a lot of eyes on you, or something like this, or make a lot of money or something like this, have a lot of power, responsibility, or leadership. I feel like there's something here around really spirit wants you to know that you're in alignment. But I feel this frustration. I feel this frustration from this group of like, I want to break free. I want to be more successful now. I want more now. And like, you kind of don't want to be held back, or, face the limitations, which is totally fair enough, especially with the amount of effort that you're putting in. I feel like sometimes you might feel like you're putting so much effort in, but why is there not enough results kind of coming back to you? So I feel like the key here is around surrendering and learning when to relax, when to let go, when to loosen your grip of trying to control your life and controlling the outcomes, because there's only so much that we can do. And when all is said and done, can you let go? At the end of the day, can you let go? Can you let it go? Because if you can't, then there's a problem, because there's an imbalance in your energy body, right? So it's like, it's all good to be extremely passionate, extremely driven, extremely wide, intelligent, have so much energy, so much work ethic, and to, go, live life. But there does need to be the counter energy to that, which is like, balancing that out with rest and relaxation, and not overthinking or overanalyzing something. I feel like there's a message here of like, sometimes I think you want to fight your way through, and there's a restlessness or an urgency where you're like, I have to use my willpower, I have to keep pushing and fighting and forcing. And again, I feel like that's not necessarily a bad thing. Like, it's just that it can get too much. You have this fiery energy. I feel like it's like a fire, and it's beautiful and it's radiant and magnetic. But fire can get too hot, and it can start to burn a little bit out of control. And that's what I feel like, there's this fire energy that spirit's asking you to kind of like temper and slow it down and release control every now and then. Let go of some kind of way in which you're holding on, really, especially to do with success, because some of you, I'm just seeing, are putting a huge amount of pressure, almost obsessive amount of pressure towards success right now, or a job or career, or making money, or a project you're working on. And this is coming from passion. This is coming from this fiery, passionate energy in you. So there's like absolutely nothing wrong with it. Again, I don't want it to come across like I'm saying that at all, because I'm not. This fiery passion in you is amazing, and it's part of the recipe for your success. But I'm seeing it's burning you a little bit. It's getting a little bit intense, and spirit saying the way to let go a little bit is like, let go, control, relax, and try to unleash your kinder self in the world. Try to realize that there's a higher plan, there's a higher purpose, and you are very divinely guided. You are very divinely protected. You are very divinely guided. Like, I'm seeing your spirit guides, your angels, they really keep you in line. They really don't let you get out of alignment. I feel like you get really obvious signs, synchronicities, or like things just don't work out. It just like can't keep manifesting. That timeline just fizzles out and it just can't happen. That's how protected you are, I feel. Yeah, you are really more protected, I think, than maybe you even realize. There's something here as well about the throat chakra and speaking your world into being. Then we have the third house there with communication. Communication, really nice. So the Gemini energy. I feel like something is going on with your throat chakra at this time. I feel like you're really maybe coming into some kind of alignment with your voice, with your sharing, with your work. This might be why you're suddenly seeing a huge upgrade in your career and finances. The first thing that I thought of when I came to sat down for your reading is career and money. That's what I first thought of when I tuned into your energy. That is on topic. That is all around you right now is career and money, and all of the energetic upgrades that you're going through at this time is all aligning you to receive more money. I feel like there's releasing the blocks so you can receive what is already yours, what is already your birthright, what is already your destiny. Spirit's also saying to embrace the flow of life because Spirit will allow things to become a little bit easier for you. There might be a lot of action that you need to take at this time. You might be really busy, or there might be a lot of things on your to-do list, or you might be taking a lot of action towards your career or your job or something in this way. And I'm seeing that you're meant to do this. You're meant to kind of rise to the occasion, whatever the occasion is asking of you. However, I'm also seeing with the embrace the flow of life that you can embrace flow state. Really make sure that when you're taking action, make sure that it feels like you're in flow state. It feels like it's in alignment. It feels like, yes, I really feel like doing this item on my to-do list right now, instead of kind of forcing it, because I just feel like Spirit is really guiding you to be in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. So listen to your intuition. It's if you feel like mixing around the schedule of your day, do it. If you feel like doing something out of order, do it. Because I'm just seeing there's something about the way that your energy right now is being prepared. It's being upgraded. Your aura is being worked on all the time, spiritually, energetically, at night, but during the day as well. There's so much work happening on your aura, all of the time. So Spirit's saying, listen to your intuition, listen to how you feel guided to move through life and take inspired action. Make sure you really take that inspired action, because this is also going to benefit you in massive ways. I'm seeing you maybe really soon, you might be taking action on a massive project. You might be working on a really big project or taking action on a new idea as well. You could be downloading a new idea for a project and then taking action. And I see this could be a really successful project and make you a lot of money. You could already be working on a project and you could be becoming more productive in the weeks and months ahead. I'm seeing some kind of block to your productivity easing up, and you finding that you can feel really that sense of value, meaning, and purpose from your daily life. I'm seeing you're going to be feeling really satisfied by something that you're working on. Work does seem to be the focus at this time in your energy field. Like I said, I just opened it up to Spirit, and this is what Spirit wants to say. So work and finances at this time, I'm seeing that you might really be downloading an incredible idea for a business project, for, I don't know, an art project, something. I'm seeing really, really brilliant ideas that make you a lot of money at this time. With the release, control, and open up to change cards, I feel like Spirit might be surprising you a little bit with career and finances, or in some area of your life, but I'm feeling like for a lot of you, this is something to do with career or money. You might be getting a surprise, you didn't realize, oh, I'm actually going to be receiving all this money through this way, or I'm actually going to start this new project, or I'm actually going to be leaving my job. You might be having some kind of an epiphany where you realize you're meant to take action in a certain way. You're meant to take inspired action and leave a job or apply for a grant, or I don't know, something to do with money or to do with work or career or running your own business or something like this. You're going to all of a sudden realize oh, I'm meant to do this. I'm meant to take action in this way. I'm meant to do this project or sell this item. I don't know, something about marketing yourself. It's going to be something like this. And Spirit's saying open up to change. Don't be too rigid about the way in which you're doing things right now in career and finances, because I do feel like Spirit might be coming in there to shake things up a little bit and put everything back into alignment for you. Any changes that are happening to you now, as guided by Spirit, are all in alignment with your highest good and that are truly, truly helping you. I'm seeing they are an answer to your prayers. They're an answer to prayers that you have had. You have spoken these changes into being, even though at first you might be oh, I didn't realize things would manifest in this way. It's just that the universe has a way of manifesting things in the swiftest, quickest, most timely fashion. And something about this, I feel like things are going to be manifesting for you quicker than you realize. That's one of the reasons. Things are going to be manifesting for you quicker than you realized. I feel like in your head, you had an idea, you were manifesting something and you thought, oh, it's going to take this, X amount of months or X amount of years or X amount of hours or something to work on this or to start making progress or to see the result that I want or to have the success. Or you just thought it was never coming in maybe because you'd been waiting for so long. But there's something where it's like I'm seeing career success and financial success like knocking on your door and it being surprising. You being like, whoa, I didn't realize that I was going to have this opportunity. I didn't realize I was going to win the lottery. It's that kind of feeling. I didn't realize this was going to happen and now I have this in my life and it's just sitting there and now my life is different. It's going to be surprising. And Spirit's saying open up to different channels, different ways that you could be blessed, different avenues in which money and finances or career opportunities could find you. It's a great time to put yourself out there in career if that's something that, makes sense to your career or to your job in any way. Putting yourself out there, marketing yourself or networking or something like this because there's something karmically changing for you where you're really coming more into your power in your career. And also it's really aligning with your value, meaning and purpose, the way that you're feeling value and meaning and purpose from your life. Yeah, there's something here about finding value, meaning and purpose. I feel like especially many of you will find this through your throat chakra in this lifetime, whether that's through singing, music, writing, poetry, writing song lyrics, channeling information, writing books. There are so many ways that this could be connected to your purpose, but I'm seeing that you are realizing something about this at this time. You're realizing that your throat chakra is super tied to your purpose and that you are really talented, that you actually have a real gift with communication or with singing or music or song or writing, something like this, channeling. You are gifted in some way. And I feel like you're really waking up to this at this time with the sun. Like maybe you're really realizing like this is my purpose. What is my purpose here on earth? What is the reason that I'm here? Like my mission, my purpose. I think that is all center stage right now. And like Spirit's like shining a spotlight on your value, meaning and purpose that you get from your daily life and like how you are being of service or how you are living out your divine plan in alignment with your divine plan. And I feel like yeah, this is some kind of destiny time, I feel, for you where you're getting more clarity. There's like a clarification happening where you're realizing, yes, this is my destiny path. This is my destined role. This is what I'm here to do. And you're moving forwards quite quickly with this now as well. I'm seeing blocks being released, delays being over, and a lot of things manifesting at once. I'm seeing a really strong manifestational portal around you, like one that is impenetrable, that cannot be taken away from you. Any doubts you might have of like, oh my gosh, am I really going to manifest this thing or this outcome or this positive thing? Spirit's saying, don't worry. Like I'm seeing a manifestational portal around you that is so powerful, that is so strong, that cannot be swayed or delayed or taken away from you by any kind of negative thoughts or whatever it might be that you're afraid of. Don't worry about it because you have built enough momentum. Like things are actually coming in for you now. I'm seeing this really magnetic energy field and I'm seeing many manifestations coming in all at once, especially maybe in the next 3 to 4 to 6 months as well. Like this is soon. This is happening soon. Like manifestations coming in like ding, 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 ding. And I could see in many areas of your life, even it doesn't just have to be about career and finances. This could be in many areas because I'm seeing when it rains, it pours. Like the energy gets unstuck and then so much manifests, so much comes in. Yeah, there's going to be a lot to receive actually. Wow. So yeah, you've really been manifesting. You've been doing really well with whatever you've been doing to manifest. Definitely you might want to consider listening to light language tapes. I sell them on my store. I'll link the store down below. You might want to check out the Activate Your Voice Throat Chakra light language tape. It's really supportive for the throat chakra healing, clearing it, and also helping to activate your highest timeline with your throat chakra in this lifetime. I'll link it down below and you can see if it might be right for you. But yeah, I definitely recommend working with light language in some way just to really help with this communication energy. But if you don't resonate with light language, you can just work with journaling or affirmations or something of this kind. But I'm just seeing supporting your throat chakra at this time would be really good for the next few months. Yeah, journaling, listening to affirmations, or light language. All right, that is your reading, everyone. I'm sending you so much love and light. I'll link the Activate Your Voice Throat Chakra light language tape down below, and I'll see you soon. Bye.